All right, traders, watch this video here for Monday, October 11th. I always start off with the SPY daily chart, which here it is. Again, I don't get into too much detail, but I kind of look at the last couple weeks, what's been going on. So here's the low of the last couple weeks. Here's the high of the last couple weeks. And it's kind of maybe in the middle or slightly in the upper range. You can switch to weekly candles if that makes you feel better and say, hey, we're holding the 20-week moving average, couple of three bottoming tails, so it's found support down here. For me, it doesn't matter that much, but a lot of people love to just go back and forth and look at all the details and try to figure out where the overall market is. When you're a day trader like I am, you're in cash every night and you just kind of start with a watch list of stocks that are recently in play and then look for A-plus intraday setups and trade them, always protecting or playing defense first, and you should be okay, right? So anyway, what am I watching for Monday? CCXI, pretty interesting what it did on Friday. I got a 5-minute candle. So it gaps up. Usually when a stock gaps up like this and sells off literally for the first couple hours, or maybe almost the first couple hours, usually I look at this and say, well, intraday, since the open, bears are fully in charge. And usually I don't try to play a bounce in these because it's pretty rare for something like this to end up go up and take out the high of the day. But I'll be damned, this one did. And ended up going out near the high. So it makes it super interesting for the next week or so going forward. If you're a day trader like me, I'm definitely going to watch it. All right. DATS had a big move intraday and really held up. I thought this was probably going to roll over and it ended up going out near its highs. So we're going to watch that one. It's also a recent high flyer. Definitely worth having on a chart. PALT. Huge move. Speaking of recent high flyers, came back down, held that buy zone we talk about between the 8 and the 20, and had a really nice pop on Thursday. Friday ended up, look at this. I mean, where it closed on Thursday is about where it closed on Friday, a much more narrow range on Friday. I've got to have this one on watch because this one can really make nice moves at times. I don't have any kind of, hey, I love it over this price or anything like that. We'll see where it opens on Monday and see if it gives us an A-plus setup. AREC had this big volume spike. This probably was Monday. Yeah, Monday. Came back down and is curling right back up. Whoops. Certainly an interesting chart kind of over this recent highs from today and last Monday. I have to pause the video and answer the phone here. All right, let's go to RENN. Big breakout on Friday. I did call a 5-minute buy zone play on this one, which is, again, we talk about that between the 8 and the 20. So your bid be somewhere right here in the middle. Look what happens. It literally went down slightly below the middle of that range and curled back up and had a big move. I know some people in chat caught that pullback on Friday. Anyway, it's extended pretty far from the moving averages, but let's keep that one on watch too. AMTX had a nice volume spike, maybe, 7 sessions ago, something like that. Came back down to the buy zone again, curling right back up. Certainly interesting over this level. BT is going to rely completely on what Bitcoin does. I haven't even looked at Bitcoin this weekend, but, had the nice gap up last week, curled back down, and is already curling back up. So we'll keep a close eye on the Bitcoin plays. SPIR, I called this one in chat if you weren't there on Friday. Just on this break of this high right here, we got that afternoon break we talk about on bounce plays, and it ended up kind of bleeding higher the rest of the day. And now we've got a solid green candle after this thing really hadn't had a green candle. I guess it did here. So let's put it this way: it hasn't had a green candle since it was over $14, and now we've got one. It seems to have found support in this area, so could be a good follow-through day bounce setup on that. We'll see. ANY, another Bitcoin related play, had this pop back here, had a huge move back here. I think did an offering somewhere in here. Anyway, it's held support pretty well, trying to curl back up. So that's another one I want to watch. And then lastly, APRN, which had this crazy move from 350 to almost 850 over the course of a few weeks, and a couple days down into the 20-day on Friday. We'll see if that gives a turn back up on Monday. Anyway, listen, I'm not in love with this list. I'm not in love with the market action on an intraday basis. It's been pretty hard to find follow through or find anything with passion and volume behind it. And one thing to consider also, I believe Monday is Columbus Day, which is a bank holiday. I've seen everything on bank holidays. I've seen it where it's stupid dead, right? Because it's a bank holiday. And I've also seen it where the low floaters go crazy because the only ones trading are the low float crazy people. And so you see a little bit of everything, but I'm going to just say it's been really dead. And now we've got a bank holiday. I think it's going to be even more dead, but who knows, right? I'll show up and we'll see if we can find something to trade. So I'm done babbling. We'll see you in the chat room in the morning.